And then another point we had is how God uses mistakes for us, which is a very interesting point.
Yeah, because the reason I wanted to say that, because, other times in my life I noticed this, or even examples from other people from reading or seeing, but like when we're down and broken and distraught, who do we seek?
Well,
go ahead, tell your joke. Okay, God. That's who we seek. But when we winning while sinning, who don't we seek?
God.
Exactly. So sometimes God will use our mistakes to show us our wrongdoings, to show us this is the parts of our life that we need to change. Like he won't keep us from making that mistake. He gonna let us do it so that you build your faith and get stronger to get closer to him. Because sometimes people don't learn. Some people need to learn by example. And some people hard-headed. Like I knew a lot of people in high school that was making mistakes. Until this day, they still making mistakes. They ain't learned. But some people made mistakes, changed their life, and learned from it.
Without those, like, without God doing that, you won't take the path less traveled. You'll still do what you need to do. So like certain mistakes is like, I was supposed to go down this path. Like, might be reading certain books like, we turned right and it was a mistake. But at the end of the path, we realized that it wasn't a mistake. It was exactly what we needed. We learned something. We grew, and that's how life is. Sometimes you take the wrong Look, we made a mistake in Africa. Took the path off going trying to find the Pink Lake. And yes, it was a mistake because we shouldn't have went that way. Once we seen the way we could have went, it was much easier. But that led to us having funny memories. Led to us meeting the guy that showed us that, because maybe if we'd have went the other way, we wouldn't have timed it the right way. And so sometimes it's meant. God was like, all right, it's gonna be a rough ride for y'all, but
there's plenty of stories of that in the Bible. Like, he let these people go their way. He tell them what he want them to do. They go the opposite way. He let them learn from it.
Yeah,
like all the time. It happened to Moses. He told these people, "Hey, do this, do that." They didn't. What happened? They was in the desert for how long?
A long 40 years.
A long time.
That's a long time.
Hey, you gotta learn.
You gotta learn. Even with our friends, sometimes we to the point now, and I know you'll feel this. We to the point now where we'll give you the direction, but if you call me and tell me you're doing the same thing and doing what we done told you, all right, maybe it's just meant for you to go make this mistake.
Tough love. Hey, man, I gave you the best advice I can give you. I'm not going to keep repeating it.
Because maybe you're supposed to go make the mistake. I don't know. Because you keep doing it for some reason, so maybe there's something there for you. So you can do your thing. Let go and let God. You got it. But yeah, no, that's very true because.
The cool thing about mistakes, though, like even if you made a mistake and the harp on your advice thing, you ain't necessarily. You can go plenty places for answers. Like any mistake you made today, I guarantee you, thousands of other people made it the same day, made it before you. They're going to make it after you, made it centuries ago, going to make it centuries from here. They're going to make that same mistake. And the best thing about it, go find a book on that. Go find an article on that. Talk to a friend about it. Talk to a family member about it.
You go on Google, like with the example we said earlier, and say, I keep not taking the card, the footage off the card. What's the best way to handle this after filming? It's probably some. Ain't no telling what.
Anything I don't know, anything I can't figure out, I type in YouTube, watch somebody talk about it on the video, and I figure it out. Even the last resort, you can go to social media. There's plenty of times where you can type in, "Hey man, I keep messing up here. Did anyone ever made this mistake, and how can I help?" You'll start a whole thread of people say, "Hey, this will help me. This will help me." I seen a dude one time. I don't know if you saw it, but he was 25 or something. He like, "Hey, I'm a black 25-year-old. Any advice from black men 30 and up what I should be focused on right now?" Something. When I tell you that thread went off, so many people offered advice. I even offered advice. Like somebody just gave them plenty of this encouragement and everything. It was beautiful. So we have all the resources we need right now to figure things out.
When you own your mistakes, it's bravery. You know what I'm saying? And people respect bravery. They like, all right, well, you being brave. Well, let me tell you about the mistake I made and how you can not do this. And it's like it's a community pick. Everybody that made mistakes. It's just everybody. Not one soul except Jesus, but everybody else made mistakes. And then also we wanted to talk about how mistakes can be beneficial, which we've been talking about how mistakes can be beneficial, but is there another like example you want to?
I would just wanted to say like like for me and you, for example, we don't like to be stagnant. We don't like to be at the same level. So we always striving to learn and grow and get better. And everything we learn and grow and get better, we share on here. So with that comes new territory because you're stretching yourself. You're going to levels that you ain't never been in. And when you go up there, sometimes you make mistakes.
Sometimes you goof.
But it's cool. Those are the good mistakes because you're learning. And that means you're growing. You're stretching yourself. Like if you complacent, you never making mistakes because you're just doing the same thing over and over, but you also not growing. So that's what I wanted to say. Sometimes mistakes can be beneficial. So every time you're trying to level up and say he's like, all right, I want to fix this. I'm a person that always beat around the bush. I don't say how I really feel. And then you start learning about that. You approach someone, you want to tell them how you really feel. You may come off too harsh. And then you may learn, I got to talk to people different ways. I can say how I feel, but I may have to just deliver it differently. Or maybe I came off too fast there. I need to reel it in a little bit. Like you'll learn as you go, but that's the good mistakes that you make. So mistakes can be to your benefit.